Hey, sweetheart. Can we talk for a minute? There's something I've been meaning to tell you. Okay. So, I love you. You know I love you. I mean, you must know, right? I tell you 1,000 times per night and in your sleep after all. Well, I guess you're not awake for that, so I didn't know if you were aware. But even that aside, I make your voice my alarm. I make your voice my ringtone. Your smiling face is the background of my phone, and I keep a portrait of you in every room of the house. So, I'm really into you. I just love you. I tell you every time I find the opportunity, don't I? So, I'm sure you must know even just a little bit of how much I really love you. And that's exactly why things have been so difficult recently. I love you, and it's difficult for me to be distant from you. It eats away at me when you're not next to me. It eats away at me when you haven't talked to me for a while. I feel my insides withering away when I haven't spent time with you in a while. That's just how I am. You know how I am. There isn't anything that hurts me more than to be away from you. And I just feel like we're drifting away recently. Just drifting apart. You feel it too, don't you? Listen, I don't want to assign any blame here. That's not what this is about at all. I just want to get through this together. With you. That's all. We've been going out for so long, and I don't want it to end here. I don't want it to end ever, really. I just want to love you forever and ever. That's my greatest joy. So, what I'm saying is I can't stand that we haven't been able to spend much time together recently. I feel like in the past few days, the only time I really spend time with you is when you're sleeping. And you're not even awake for that. So it's not the same. And you haven't been responding to your texts as much lately. I know I send a lot, and it can be really hard to keep up with me in that regard. But still, even accounting for that, you haven't been too responsive. And like I said, this isn't about blame. I'm not blaming you here. I'm sure you have a good reason for being a bit distant recently. You have a good reason, don't you? Maybe there's something you're insecure about and that you're afraid I'll find out and hate you. It's fine. Whatever. I'm sure it's fine. I'm certain I won't mind, and it's not a big deal as you think. I'll always love you forever and ever. And I won't let some petty thing get in the way of our love. So if maybe you got a weird rash recently that you're scared I'll find ugly, or maybe if you got a weird wart, or maybe you're afraid about how you smell or something. I don't know. But if there's something pushing me away, any reason, like what I just said, anything stupid, anything that make you feel guilty or anxious about me, just forget it. I love you. I absolutely adore you. And everything about you. If there's anything like that, it won't bother me. Only being away from you bothers me. Or maybe you're just feeling down then. Well, it's not good to isolate yourself. I know alone time is a thing, but I think you've taken it to the extreme now. If there's anything you want to talk about, you can talk to me about it. Darling, I love you. I'm not here to judge. I just want to keep you safe is all. Not just from external threats, but from threats that can come from inside as well. It's my duty to do everything in my power to protect you. I'd do anything for you. I swear on my life, I'd do anything for you. I'd take bullets for you, or fire them. I'd sell my soul for you. I'd give up everything I've ever loved in order to protect you. So if there's something you're facing, I want to face it together with you, darling. So if there's any problem you have, I want to know about it, even if the problem is me. That's a real possibility, isn't it? Did I do something wrong, sweetheart? Did I do something to make you withdraw from me? You know, I'd never mean to hurt you or wrong you. But it's just, I love you so much. So I don't know. I know sometimes I can be overbearing. Well, more than sometimes. But I just can't help it. I just love you so much, and my love for you takes over my every thought and action. I'm sorry I'm being like this. If it was me, would you tell me? Have you gotten sick of me? I know I got problems. And I must have been causing you problems too. It must just be annoying to wake up to all my texts, isn't it? I'm sure you must have hated it when I went through your phone too. I always give you the pouty face when you eat food that I didn't make for you. I'm sure that must be such a hassle to deal with. I'm sure I could be such a burden. I don't know what to do. I just don't know. I want you to be happy, I really do. But I just can't control myself around you. I want to respect you just as much as I love you. But how could that be possible when I love you this much? So I just don't know what to do. I don't know what to do now that we're drifting apart. What should I do? Help me. I should open this box? Sweetheart. Oh, darling, you better not be playing games with me. This better be what I hope it is. Oh, I think, are you proposing to me? You are? Oh, my sweet, precious darling. There are not enough words in the English language to express how much I love you. This is my #1 dream come true. I can't believe this is happening. Is this why you're acting differently recently? Were you spending time looking for a ring? Maybe making other arrangements? And you even made it on my birthstone. Oh, sweetheart, you're so thoughtful. No wonder I fell in love with you. You're the most beloved person I could ever ask for. Out of all the times I could have been born, I'm so grateful I was born just in time to meet you. Oh, and your proposal swept me right off my feet, so I almost forgot to give you an answer. Yes. Yes, of course I accept. There's no way I could refuse you. I love you. I love you so much. More than you could ever imagine. I've never forgot this moment. I mean, it just happened, but I never will forget it. It's already buried into my memory for all of eternity. I'm so happy. I can't believe you and how happy I am. I had no idea people could be this happy. And I especially never thought I would be one to experience it at this level. I mean, out of everyone who could possibly experience this level of happiness. Wow. You love me. You love me, you love me. I love you too, darling. I love you more than anything that has ever been loved. If I put my thoughts down on paper about how much I love you, we'd have to cut down all the trees in the world just to have enough to write it on. That's how much I love you. So let's just enjoy this moment. There's so much to enjoy. There's so much to think forward to now. Our future is together. Where should we have the wedding? Should it be big or small? I mean, who do you want to invite? Every last little detail is such a joy to fantasize about. But even so, at the end of the day, the only detail that truly matters is that you are with me forever. I love you, darling.